Welcome to our video on understanding macroeconomics. In this first segment, we'll uncover the fundamentals of a field that examines the economy on a broad scale. Why is it so crucial? Macroeconomics explores the forces that shape economic performance nationally and globally. It helps us analyze key indicators like GDP, inflation, and unemployment, influencing policy decisions. Throughout this video, we'll delve into these pivotal topics and more, offering a comprehensive glimpse into the mechanisms driving our economies. Stay with us as we embark on this enlightening journey through the world of macroeconomics. So, what exactly is macroeconomics? Unlike microeconomics, which focuses on individual markets and consumer choices, macroeconomics tackles the bigger picture, the economy as a whole. It delves into aggregate indicators like GDP, inflation, and unemployment rates, seeking to understand and predict the economy's overall behavior and performance. Think of it as studying the forest instead of just a single tree. The scope extends to examining national income, total output, and factors influencing economic growth and stability. As we journey through this video, you'll gain a deeper appreciation of how macroeconomic principles shape the world around us. Next, let's dive into the key component of any economy, gross domestic product. Gross domestic product, or GDP, is a fundamental measure of a country's economic performance. It represents the total value of all goods and services produced within a specific time period. GDP is essential for grasping a nation's overall economic health. GDP can be broken down into several components: consumption, private expenditures, investment, business expenditures on capital, government spending, and net exports, total exports minus total imports. It's also important to distinguish between real and nominal GDP. Nominal GDP uses current prices, while real GDP is adjusted for inflation, offering a more accurate reflection of an economy's size and growth over time. By analyzing these components and adjustments, economists gain deeper insights into a country's economic dynamics and potential growth. You'll see how these GDP concepts play out in real-world scenarios, providing a clearer picture of their significance. Let's look at a real-world example of GDP in action. During the 2008 financial crisis, many countries saw significant drops in GDP, highlighting the importance of economic stability and growth. This severe downturn had far-reaching consequences, affecting employment, investment, and overall economic health. It serves as a stark reminder that GDP is more than just a number. It's a reflection of a nation's economic well-being and resilience. By analyzing the 2008 crisis, we can glean valuable insights into the critical role of government interventions and policy measures in stabilizing the economy. Economic downturns teach us the importance of preparedness and responsive action. Understanding GDP dynamics allows policymakers to make informed decisions aimed at fostering sustainable growth and mitigating future crises. Inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises, eroding purchasing power. It plays a crucial role in daily life and the broader economy. Inflation can be driven by demand pull, demand exceeding supply, cost push, rising production costs, and built-in expectations of future price increases factors. Economists measure inflation using indices like the Consumer Price Index, CPI, and the Producer Price Index, PPI. The CPI tracks changes in the prices of a basket of consumer goods and services, reflecting the cost of living. The PPI measures changes in prices received by producers for their products, indicating wholesale price shifts. Understanding inflation and its measurement is key to grasping how economies function and how policies manage economic stability. Next, we'll explore hyperinflation in Zimbabwe and the lessons learned from this extreme economic situation. Hyperinflation, the kind that cripples economies, is exemplified by Zimbabwe in the late 2000s. Inflation rates soared to unimaginable heights, rendering the local currency practically worthless. The causes were multifaceted: economic mismanagement, unchecked money printing, and political instability. Everyday prices skyrocketed, and the population struggled to meet basic needs. Businesses collapsed, unemployment surged, and the economy plunged into chaos. However, Zimbabwe's recovery through currency reforms and adopting foreign currencies offers lessons in economic resilience. As we move forward, you'll see how inflation, in its various forms, impacts economies worldwide and what we can learn from Zimbabwe's remarkable experience. Unemployment occurs when people who are willing and able to work cannot find jobs. It's an important economic indicator, reflecting not just individual hardship but also the health of the broader economy. There are several types of unemployment. Frictional unemployment happens when people are temporarily between jobs or are entering the workforce for the first time. Structural unemployment results from shifts in the economy that create a mismatch between workers' skills and job requirements. Cyclical unemployment is connected to the business cycle, with higher rates during downturns. Seasonal unemployment occurs when demand for certain jobs fluctuates with the seasons. Understanding these types allows policymakers to develop targeted interventions to reduce joblessness. You'll see how these concepts apply in real-world scenarios, with case studies illustrating unemployment's impact. The Great Depression of the 1930s stands as one of history's most profound economic downturns. At its height, nearly a quarter of the U.S. workforce was unemployed. The ripple effects touched every corner of the globe, sparking widespread poverty and altering the course of economies forever. Governments rethought approaches to economic stability and intervention. Critical lessons emerged about the importance of financial regulation, government spending to stimulate economies, and social safety nets. As we delve deeper into this case study, we uncover how these lessons have shaped modern economic thinking. It's a stark reminder of economic systems' vulnerabilities and resilience in recovery. Fiscal policy involves the use of government spending and taxation to influence the economy. Through expenditure and tax policies, fiscal policy aims to manage growth, control inflation, and reduce unemployment. By adjusting spending levels and tax rates, the government can stimulate or cool down economic activity. For instance, during recessions, increasing spending and cutting taxes can boost growth and reduce unemployment. Conversely, during inflation periods, decreasing spending and increasing taxes can help control prices. The impact of fiscal policy is profound and widespread, affecting every aspect of the economy, from growth rates to employment. A well-implemented fiscal policy can lead to sustained stability, while poor management can cause significant challenges. As we move forward, we'll see how these tools are applied in various real-world scenarios and their implications on the economy. The New Deal, introduced by President Franklin D. Roosevelt in response to the Great Depression, is a prime example of fiscal policy in action. This bold series of programs and reforms aimed at economic recovery and social welfare had far-reaching impacts. From creating Social Security to massive public works projects, the New Deal helped stabilize the economy and improve lives. It showcased the transformative power of government intervention during economic despair. Providing jobs, stimulating demand, and investing in infrastructure played key roles in revitalizing the economy. The New Deal taught us the importance of timely and effective government action in economic crises, setting a precedent for future strategies. Monetary policy is a fundamental tool used by central banks to manage the economy. It involves controlling the money supply and adjusting interest rates to achieve macroeconomic objectives like controlling inflation, managing employment, and stabilizing the currency. Central banks, like the Federal Reserve in the U.S., use several tools in their arsenal. Open market operations involve buying or selling government securities to influence the money supply. The discount rate is the interest rate charged to commercial banks for short-term loans. Reserve requirements mandate the funds banks hold against deposits, impacting available lending money. Through these tools, central banks steer economic activity, aiming for stable growth and low inflation. As we proceed, you'll see how these monetary policy decisions play out in real-world scenarios, providing deeper insights into their impact on daily life and the broader economy. During the 2008 financial crisis, the Federal Reserve took decisive action to stabilize the economy. They lowered interest rates to near zero, reducing borrowing costs and encouraging spending. They also initiated quantitative easing, purchasing massive amounts of financial assets to inject liquidity into the markets. These measures aim to restore confidence and prevent a deeper economic meltdown. This intervention was crucial in mitigating the recession's worst impacts. However, it also highlighted the limitations and risks of such monetary policies, sparking debates on long-term stability and potential future financial bubbles. These lessons remain pivotal in shaping future monetary policies. Economic indicators are essential tools for understanding an economy's overall health. These statistics offer valuable insights, helping analysts, policymakers, and businesses make informed decisions. Economic indicators can be categorized into three main types: leading, lagging, and coincident indicators. Leading indicators, like stock market returns or new business startups, signal future economic activity. Lagging indicators, such as unemployment rates, reflect changes after they occur, confirming patterns. Coincident indicators, including GDP and retail sales, show the current state of the economy. Each type serves a distinct role, providing different perspectives on the economic landscape. By regularly monitoring these indicators, we can track progress, identify potential issues, and adjust policies or strategies accordingly. You'll see how these indicators help predict downturns and guide decisions in various sectors. Economic indicators serve as vital tools for predicting recessions and assessing overall economic health. Among them, the yield curve inversion stands out as a historically reliable predictor of economic downturns. When short-term interest rates exceed long-term rates, an inversion often signals a looming recession. By carefully analyzing indicators like the yield curve, inflation rates, and job market trends, economists can forecast potential recessions, allowing preemptive measures to mitigate impacts. These predictions, while not foolproof, provide significant insights that help shape policies and strategies. Understanding how these indicators function and interact is crucial for fully grasping macroeconomic dynamics. Global trade is the exchange of goods and services between countries, forming a fundamental pillar of today's interconnected world economy. It amplifies economic growth and elevates living standards. By engaging in global trade, countries gain access to a wider variety of goods and services that might otherwise be unavailable domestically. This access provides consumers with more choices and fosters innovation and efficiency. However, global trade has its challenges. Trade imbalances arise when a country imports more than it exports, leading to concerns over economic stability and debt. Protectionism, where nations impose barriers like tariffs and quotas, aims to shield domestic industries but can stifle international cooperation and growth. Understanding global trade's complexities is crucial for navigating its benefits and challenges. You'll see how trade policies and international relations shape the global economic landscape, impacting everything from local businesses to worldwide stability. Trade wars, like the recent one between the US and China, have far-reaching effects on the global economy. These confrontations often lead to increased tariffs, disrupting supply chains and heightening economic uncertainty. Rising tariffs make imported goods more expensive, increasing consumer prices and slowing economic growth. The US-China trade war, for example, impacted the two largest economies and rippled across international markets. Businesses faced challenges from sourcing alternatives to managing increased costs. Trade wars remind us that protectionist measures can harm economies they aim to protect. As we examine the lessons from these conflicts, it becomes clear that navigating global trade requires careful, strategic planning and international cooperation. Throughout this video, we've delved into macroeconomics core concepts: GDP, inflation, unemployment, fiscal and monetary policy, economic indicators, and global trade. Each element plays a vital role in understanding and analyzing economic trends, helping us make sense of the complex forces shaping our world. This knowledge is essential for interpreting economic data accurately or pursuing further studies in economics. We hope this overview has sparked your curiosity and motivated you to explore macroeconomics further. Thank you for joining us, and happy studying.